Hey guys, what's going on? We're going to go over some safe and proper squat technique. We've got Elliot Hulse demonstrating today. So some of the common problems you'll see in the gym that people are messing up the squat, their knees come in, their backs are hurt, their shoulders, necks, all kinds of problems. So we're going to just go over some of the form and see if this helps you out. Alright, so to get under the squat bar, Elliot's going to put his pointer fingers on the rings, dip his head under the bar. Now this is going to depend on your shoulder flexibility. It's not right or wrong how far in your hands are. Like, I'm not as flexible as Elliot on my shoulders, so I actually hold a little bit wider out. Alright, now he's going to back up just so that he doesn't hit the cage. As far as your stance, there's different kinds of squats. We're going to go with a power squat a little bit, so he's going to go a little bit wider, and he's going to point his feet out just a little bit like this. It's about 45 degrees angles out. And what this does is it helps you keep the balance on the outsides of your feet and on your heels. Alright, the next, you also notice his elbows. They're nice and straight, they're perpendicular, and they're up and down. So this is a great starting point. He's looking straight ahead or slightly up. Either way is fine. Now, when you're starting to lift, I want you to squeeze your glutes and tighten your quads. This keeps you stable before you start to lift. Now, as you start to lift, just slightly bend at the hips and push your knees out as you go backwards. But remember, you're going to sit back like you're sitting down in a chair or going to the bathroom. This is not going to be leaning forward. So this looks perfect. You can see how parallel he is and how deep he is. His hip is even with his knee. He's keeping his knees out. The weight is on his outside of his feet and on his heels. Now as he comes back up, he's going to look straight ahead, look up, and you saw that the elbows were underneath the bar. So now he's going to show a little bit of a couple mistakes. So do the same squat, but this time bring your elbows back, and you'll see how it pushes him forward. So as he goes down, go into a squat position. Keep going down. Now see how the bar is not lined up anymore with the center of gravity. It's over his neck and it's going to push him forward and make him fall. So that's why you do not want your elbows to flare back, like in that way. Now I'll show you another mistake when he goes down and he lets his knees come in instead of pushing them out. Instead of pushing your knees out to the sides, a lot of people buckle their knees in and they come down, and that can be really bad for your knees. Let's see, another tip on this. Yeah, is leaning forward too. When you lean forward, you have no balance, and look how he gets up on his toes. I mean, that's just bad. Alright, now we'll just see a couple fluid reps just so you guys can see how it's supposed to look. We'll crank out a couple. Another common thing is to make sure you get deep. A lot of people think that they can't get deep, or that they don't have the flexibility or ankle mobility, or their knees or hips are too tight. But if you keep the stance a little bit wider, you push your knees out, it's very natural to get that deep. It's just like going to the bathroom. So I hope you can use some of these tips. Practice them little by little. Don't start with too heavy weight until you get the form down. Hope that helps.